Master Rando has made a profound impact on me personally through very high expectations and high standards that has motivated me and pushed me to be one of the best versions of myself.
So Master Rando has really helped me throughout my karate journey and just helping me gain my confidence.
I was at a library program and Master Rando came and I just saw him doing all this cool stuff and I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. I want to be like him. After I didn't pass my first board, he came over to me and asked me, are you okay? I get roadblocks happen, but if you get to one, you can't just stop and say, oh, I'm done. You have to find a way around the roadblock.
First day I met him in introductory class, my family and I were just so captivated by him, and he can just take over a floor no matter if it's a 30-second combo or he's teaching the entire 60-minute class. You're engaged the entire time, whether it's by his sense of humor or just the confidence he brings on the mat.
It's kind of crazy when you know someone for 19 years and you see them on a weekly basis, how their personality kind of transfers to you, how he can just go up to anybody and kind of start a conversation. I've kind of, in my own life and my own growing up, found myself wanting to be the same way and being able to just talk to people, look them in the eyes, which is a really, really awesome skill.
Early in my career as a martial artist, Master Rando helped me out a lot because as a gold belt, I was in a state where I was not financially able to pay for classes. We sat down and said, hey, we're gonna make this work. We can postpone payment, we can work out a payment plan, but I don't want you to stop training. When I was a purple belt, I was so busy at work that I literally couldn't come to class anymore. So we met for like a month and a half to make sure that I could stay on track for purple belt. So my own personal training, Master Rando has one-on-one helped me tremendously.
I first met Master Rando when I was 6 years old, when I started Little Dragons, and he has been an important mentor to me in my life for now over 20 years. Lots of difficult but important training memories of failing my first board of review and Master Rando delivering that letter to me and saying it's gonna be okay, we're gonna get the next one.
Whether it was Little Dragons, the mainstream classes, or sparring, I owe my love of teaching to Rick Rando. 25 years ago, I was in his first white belt beginner's class that he taught all on his own. His ability to instantly captivate his students in a fun and motivating manner is definitely what got me hooked. I'm so proud of him, and I know he will continue to do amazing things for our community, inspiring his students to become extraordinary leaders and delivering his inspiring messages to those at Kickmasters and all across the world. I'm so proud of you, Rick.
Master Rando has really been a kind of crucial part of my journey here at Kickmasters. He really was a key part in helping me advance from brown belt to black belt, where I was close to quitting and not coming back to Kickmasters. He kind of had a conversation with me about what it would look like if I did that. So that's one of the reasons that I'm still here. So I can't thank him enough for that.
Master Rando has impacted my life in a lot of different ways, from the physical fitness elements to the metaphysical, where we're talking about public speaking, these different attributes. And I've learned these different skills in between classes. It's not the moment that we're actually up in front of the students performing. It's the positive reinforcement coaching that's happening behind the scenes and saying, hey, this was great. How can we make this even better? How can we teach this class to the best of our ability? That's where the change happens. That's where the impact is made.
As parents, you look for people that can to represent our values, and that's what Master Rando brought to us.
He's given Camden the tools to be a great leader here at the studio, and that's going to take him far in his adult life.
Growing from even just starting as a white belt to black belt level, teaching Little Dragons with him, watching and teaching beside him instead of watching him teach in a class was something that taught me more about confidence and how much of an impact you can have on people that I didn't realize until that happened.
One thing that I immediately noticed was his commitment not only to the program, but his commitment to my children. And that was something that was really important to me as any parent. Wants the best for their children. Master Rando had an integral impact in who my kids are today, and I can't thank him enough for that. Master Rando, without question, has made our community a better place. He's made my kids better, and he's a staple of our community and someone that we were very fortunate to have.
At my black belt exam, I was having trouble with a break, he pulled me over to the table and basically just talked me through it, gave me advice, and then on the 4th try, I crushed my snap kick break.
We were short-staffed as black belts sparring, and there was a lot of kids. There was like 3 black belts, and Master Rando came out. When we got to spar Master Rando, it was only 40-ish seconds, but it was fun and it was different. I'd like to spar him again sometime.
Master Rando was so excited to be a part of the scavenger hunt. He spent a good whole half a day sitting in the country club mall waiting for someone to potentially see him, but he was wearing a hat and sunglasses. He watched us all going beside him the whole day, and then afterward talking to him about that, he's like, I saw all of you. I saw you, and I saw you, and I saw you.
It's just like all the funny jokes he makes during classes, like it is just so hilarious to get to listen to him telling jokes.
A couple weeks ago, we went to go do some paintball. He was really good at it. I think he might have been a professional paintballer back in the day, probably.
Of course, there's this like iconic video that I do remember it actually happening of my brother Ethan and I being in Disney World with our parents when we were little, and my parents had like secretly orchestrated with the Randos that they were going to be in Disney World at the same time. There's this video of me as this little girl turning around, and Master Rando's holding the camera. At the time he was Mr. Rando, and I just go, Mr. Rando! And so yeah, lots of great Disney memories with the Randos.
One of my favorite memories with Master Rando was in early 2020 when he surprised all the adult black belts by taking us indoor skydiving. And I ended up carpooling with Master Rando that day, and I think that was like one of the most fun, like 2.5 hour car drives ever.
We share in Master Rando's love of Disney. We were in downtown Disney. All of a sudden we look at the Lego store, and who do we see but the spiky hair wonder? So, and I think in unison we go, hey Master Rando. And that stuck out in his brain, it stuck out in ours.
Master Rando has a tendency to constantly reference my hair and how great it is. I think after all these years, he's starting to get a little jealous, and maybe my hair will end up surpassing him in the popularity.
I mean, maybe, but like right now, I don't think anybody currently is going to top Master Rando's hair.
Like, it's just so iconic. I don't think you can top it. You know, I'll be driving on the road and I see like 10 cars behind me. I see just the spikes, and I'm like, that's Master Rando.
You got Mr. McCabe and Mr. Boley that they got the long hair thing going on. We'll never be able to beat the spikes.
My hair already surpasses Master Rando's hair. No, never. No one could beat that hair.
Chuck Norris, Master Rando. Sorry, Chuck. Master Rando.
Sensei Sensible, he's a big contender. I am known as the Bearded Wonder.
Down here does not beat up here.
Spikes is hard to beat.
Different.
Sensei Sensible, he really had some really good hair, but I don't think it tops Master Rando's. I think he just has a lot of things going. Maybe Master Junior Rando, but even then, I think Master Rando still got it.
No male at Kickmasters will ever top Master Rando's hair, but I think the female staff has some pretty lovely locks.
Will his hair ever be topped? I mean, no, there's no way. But I don't mean to put that pressure on, because like genetics are genetics. You God forbid he starts to lose it. That's something I fear. But he's not afraid of anything. So no, it's going to be good forever. My name is Master Ethan DeVore. I've known Master Rando for probably about 30 years. He was my private lesson instructor when I decided to get serious and pursue a black belt. I owe a lot of my training to him, the mental toughness aspect of it, and the diligence, the persistence. So I got my black belt in 1998. I was a sophomore in high school. With sports and academics, there wasn't much free time, so my martial arts career kind of took a pause. And then when I was a sophomore in college, I hadn't seen him for several years, and we just got to talking. He was like, yeah, the karate school now has moved from the community center to this place right across the street, so stop in anytime. There was no pressure or anything like that. It was just like an invitation. I was like, heck yeah, I'll get back into it. So that invitation really brought me back into the fold, and I think it's really important to remember that if he hadn't taken the steps that he has to do what he's done for the community and for the school, none of us would be here. So congratulations and thank you, sir.
I am Sensei Stephen Jenkins. I have known Master Rando for basically 20 years. I had a really hard time at first Q brown belt level. He knew who I was, he knew how I differed from other people, and he was able to develop programs and practice sessions that worked specifically with my skill set. As a kid, I was extremely shy. Picture the shy kid in every movie about a shy kid, and I was that kid. And Master Rando helped take that kid and make him into me. I remember one specific time that I've never actually shared with anybody else. We got a call from Master Rando saying, "Hey, do you care if I stop by your house?" Which is a bit of a drive. I live on a mountain, so it's not like this easy drive. You drive all the way up and finishes out the last half an hour to 45 minutes. What other karate instructor would just take time out of his day to drive to my house and help me with my training? I would not be the person that I am today if God had not put Master Rando in my life as a mentor, a teacher, but most importantly, as a friend for all these years. So, thank you.
So my name is Tyler Lucas. I've known Master Rando for 23 years. Couldn't believe a guy had spiky hair. That he looked like almost kind of like a rock star when I met him. And I've tried to really model a lot of things I do in my life off of how Rick has taught me lessons in life and how he's helped my self-confidence. And there's a lot of people that don't really get to see the other side of Rick. They don't get to see the work and the dedication and the things that really go into every single day in class, fixing the floor to dusting the vents in the ceiling to changing light fixtures. Anything that needed to be done, he was doing right there with me, even though I was his assistant. He's the closest thing to Disney time that I've ever seen anyone else be. Rick really lives that every time someone walks into his studio, that is his show space. That is his time to bring families closer together by watching their kids, watching their son, their daughter, actually become self-empowered, self-confident. The minute that they step in through that door, Kickmasters, that is Rick's Magic Kingdom. So to be able to achieve the rank of Grandmaster for Rick is kind of the culmination of a life spent within the martial arts community, that community of love and trust and understanding being his family. I remembered a lesson that Rick had taught a long time ago about if you do something you'll love and you keep doing that, you're never going to be bored with life. I've always had an interest in equipment and an interest in heavy machinery and things like that. I went and followed that passion, and now I work for a crane company running a crane and running heavy machinery. And I couldn't wait to call Rick to tell him that I met the guy that in 2008 took the Epcot wand off of the Epcot ball. Rick was my first phone call to say, hey, I met the guy that made part of Disney history. Rick is probably one of the most important people in my life. I'll never forget what he said to me at my wedding. Now the start of the rest of your life happens right now. And that was something that kind of just stuck with me. Master Rando is going to be one of the most influential Grandmasters that there ever was. Not just by achieving that rank, but by what he stands for. That is something that I wish I could drive home to everyone, especially anyone that's struggling with self-confidence or self-doubt. I wish that I could take Rick's message and bring it to the world. The martial arts world has gained a true asset for right now and for the future going forward within the industry. And that's something that's very, very rare to find.
I'm Bill Boyer. I have known Rick Rando since we were 5 years old.
I have a piece of scripture that really goes along with it. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. And I can really say that that is Rick, and that's what he has done for me in our friendship. There's always a word of encouragement. There's always a word of challenge to continue on. You know, he's always been there, and to walk, to understand, to listen, and to counsel as well. We challenge each other in our walk with the Lord. And I think, you know, as brothers in Christ, we need to do that to be the best husbands we can be, the best fathers we can be, best fully devoted followers of Christ together. And Rick will know what this means, but you know, he knows what crumble cookie runs are. Those are some special times, and he'll know what that is. You guys may not know it, but you know, Rick is a crazy off-roader. Him driving in a side-by-side through the woods at breakneck speeds through mud, splashing everything up, and just, you know, times around the fire, the simple times, the grabbing the lunch, and, you know, hanging out at each other's houses. You all know the kind of friendship it is when, you know, you go in your backyard and for some reason there's a dead body there, and you know there's only one person you can call to come help you. Go bury it somewhere so no one finds it. Now that hasn't happened yet. Just want to let you know that has not happened yet. But you know, I could call on Rick for that. I could really call on Rick for that. Rick, what else is there to say? Man, I'm so proud of all the work you've done. I mean, you think about everything you've accomplished, what you've gone through the strain, the struggle. I know the work you've put in, and so proud of you. Just so thankful for you and your friendship. I'm just really excited for what's next for you.
Hello, Kickmasters and Master Rando. I am Ron Berner, founder of Kickmasters Karate System. I would like to wish Master Rando well on his 8th Dan demo. Richard, what you and your black belt staff has achieved with Kickmasters is truly impressive. You are producing excellent martial artists and good citizens. I knew at a very young age Richard possessed instructional skills. Richard would help me with the Pee Wee class. All the kids loved him. He was intelligent, skilled, humble, honorable, integrity, honest, talented, confident, and passionate. A few words that describe him. Master Rando, I know you will do well. Good luck. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Master Lancaster. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Master Jared Lancaster. Master Rick Rando is my very best friend. Before this gets too sappy and too long, I thought I would share my favorite moment that I have with him. Some people might think my favorite moment is when we fooled a guy into thinking that I built the giant red dragon that sits out front the Lego store at Disney Springs. And others might think that when Master Rando was in a band, one time I helped pack up his drum set, load it up, and move it from one venue to the next. For that specific venue, you had to be a certain age, and I was not that certain age, so that didn't really end up well for me. My favorite moment with him was actually at his wedding, the biggest moment in his life, and I witnessed every emotion imaginable. You know, seeing all those pictures of loved ones who aren't with us anymore, or even loved ones who couldn't be at the wedding. I was honored. I was honored to be there with him for that moment. I want everyone to know that Rick is a brother to me. We've been through a lot together, him and I. We've been through deaths in our families. We've been through new life in our families. Yeah, when I moved out of town, we kind of had to navigate those waters with not really being, 3 or 4 minutes away from each other. There's no one else that I would want to go through that stuff with. I'm sorry I can't be here tonight, but I want you to know that I love you. You're a brother to me. I'm proud of your accomplishments in life. I'm proud of what you've done with Kickmasters and elevating it, constantly elevating it. I'm proud of the achievement of 8th degree black belt. And I'm proud that you're my friend. And congratulations. I love you, man.
Hi, I'm Master Julie O'Connor. My first recollection of Master Rando was in 1992 in November, when I first walked into the community center to see if I'd like to try the martial arts. And I thought to myself, oh boy, I'm pretty much out of my league here, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Master Rando was somebody who made me feel comfortable from the beginning, even though he was a kid when I first started, because I was an adult. I was 29. He and I sort of maintained a hierarchy relationship for quite a while until I got my black belt. Then the relationship seemed to shift, and I can remember specifically when we were at Karate College in Radford, Virginia, that he and I really sort of gelled as far as our interest in the school and what we wanted to achieve as instructors. And I remember being very close to his way of thinking and he to mine at that early of a date, because I've known him for a very long time. I would like to be able to point to a particular singular time and say that Master Rando made an impact in my life, but the truth is that I have known him for so long that I count him as a constant in my life. And I think that is even better than a singular time that he's had an impact on me. He's just always been there for me and has included me in some of the pinnacle situations in his life, as well as he has been there for very important and serious moments in my life, almost like a brother and sister situation where we just have always been supportive and encouraging and been able to lift each other when we needed it. We've laughed with each other when we needed it. We've cried and consoled. So I can't really point to a single moment or a single incident, although there are too many to talk about, hundreds. Some of my most fun moments have been sitting at Master Rando's left hand during testing events, when he and I can share a funny comment or a wow moment in someone's black belt exam, or even some of the underrank. We always seem to be on the same page, and some of the comments that he and I have passed back and forth through the years and hopefully will continue to have lightened my heart and made things so enjoyable.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Victory Couch. My name is Julie Rando. That's not what we're doing today, right? Yeah. Today we are talking about what I would call the left side of the couch, my husband. It's tricky. It's tricky to do that in a little bit of words, but today is a day that is all about him, and I'm glad to be a part of it. It's been a wild, wild ride. Just thinking about what our life's been like. You know, we met in 2002. In 2005, got engaged. I had no clue all of that was ahead of us. We got married in 06, broke ground on the building in 07. The studio opened where it's at now in 08, and every year since has been something. It's been one where I've watched him consistently reinvent himself and the business and stay alive in the business. Life pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, I think we all gauge our life that way in 2025, but that was a very hard year in many ways. But Rick has seen so many mountains and he wants to climb them all, and he has such strong grit to get on the other side of it, and that's what's gotten us to where we're at, celebrating him today. He has been prepping for this, some would say, his whole life. He has been constantly thinking of this for about 14 months, easily. When he does something, he does it times 1,000. He is I'm gonna do it full out, as hard as I can, and there will be no regrets. So today, I sincerely hope there is no regrets left. The one thing that I love is through the trials and the mountains and everything, he still has a strong faith and he still has laughter. That's what keeps us going every day. The one wish I have for Rick is that he will rest. That's my wish. I do know one thing. Dylan, you've made your father laugh. You've brought him great joy. Your creative spirit is not lost on us, so great job, girl. Lawson David, your hair looks great, by the way. You are an amazing person. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for supporting Dad in all of this. And Richard David, congratulations on a job well done. Beyond proud of you. Love you.